90% of you who watch our videos are not subscribed.
This is number one bullshit.
Subscribe today.
Speaking of Kamaru Usman, the next topic is Kamaru Usman pound for pound number one right now? And actually, when it was weird though, because UFC posted recently, they had it as
he's like two, I think, right?
Yeah, I know, it was weird. For 1 week after his fight, he was number one, and then they pushed him back down to two after.
Yeah,
put John Jones back as first.
I don't know about that, but UFC is like, I personally as well. I believe John Jones is the greatest of all time, and like pound for pound number one GOAT. But like, yeah, it's hard to put him in there now because he hasn't fought for so long. And
how long has it been now? 3 years? 2 years?
Dominic Cruz was his last fight, right?
Reyes.
No,
Dominic Cruz.
Reyes. Yeah, sorry, Reyes was his last
in
fight.
2019, right?
Was that his last fight?
Yeah, 19.
Wow.
Plus
Yeah,
Santos
he's
and
been
Reyes.
out for so long. I like to like, if I had a choice, I would not put John Jones on that list at all. So I wouldn't put him lower than Kamaru Usman. I would just simply take him off the rankings because of inactivity. And now he's saying that he's not going to fight until next year, and who knows what's going to happen next year. I don't think he's in any rush to have a fight and all the politics, all that kind of stuff. So I would take John Jones off the list. Now, of the people that dropping water bottles,
Come on, G.
of the people that are left, the person that has the longest winning streak, dominance in their division,
Who gone?
there's only like 2 or 3 people that you can even like look at. Is Izzy, Jan Blachowicz, not Jan Blachowicz.
Gane.
Huh?
Gone. Surreal.
Yeah, no. Cyril Gane is
he's champion though.
he's interim champion. He still has to beat Ngannou. You have to put
Easy.
Izzy. You have to put Kamaru Usman, and there might be one more for like Ngannou, maybe, right? Just because, like,
I know, but even then,
by definition, pound for pound, he could be anybody in that list, right?
if Gane was to beat Ngannou, I think you put him as either first or second.
No.
Based on wins, based on the guys he's fought.
Because the idea of
He's undefeated too.
the idea of pound for pound also takes into account what your resume is, not just what you have accomplished at that moment. It's also what have you done in terms of longevity for your career. That's why John Jones is number one. John Jones, if you were to take his last 5 fights and you say these are the only fights he's ever had, he wouldn't be number one pound for pound.
No, he's fought top guys. He's fought Cormier. He's fought Reyes. He's fought who else? Santos.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be number one because there's guys like Kamaru Usman who faced Kobe Covington, Jorge Masvidal, who? Woodley. You have him against Burns. You have that kind of is. I would put those guys over Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos. Yeah, the Cormier would be up there. I don't know. Maybe that's another video. But my point is, Kamaru Usman probably has the best resume right now and the best momentum going forward. Yes, he beat Jorge Masvidal twice in a row. And Jorge Masvidal is not necessarily like on that pound for pound list.
He fought Jorge, Burns, and then Jorge again, right?
Yeah.
You know so.
This guy's just correcting me on everything.
I have to, man. That's why I'm here.
Take John Jones off the list. Kamaru Usman is number one.
Take John Jones off the list completely.
Yeah, I would take off John Jones just due to
but if
inactivity.
he wants to come back and he was to beat...
Put him back on.
What if he was to
put
come
him back on?
Listen.
Put him back on.
No, I get it. Put him back on. But let's say he was to come back.
Yeah.
And beat Francis.
God. He has another 4 years where he's on number one.
There's a suggestion for him to be number one all time and no one even close. At that point, if he was to beat Francis.
Yeah. But for right now, because of inactivity, I would remove John Jones.
Big Jones?
The UFC has such a weird relationship with John Jones that they love and hate him at the same time. They will keep him. They will keep him in the pound for pound list, but they remove guys like Leon Edwards out of rankings because they haven't fought in a year or two. When John Jones hasn't fought since 2019.
They're saying that the next fight.
Didn't he face Gustafsson?
That was in 2018.
Or was that before?
That was before.
The second Gustafsson fight.
That was after DC, right? Was it?
Yeah, it was after DC.
But going back to Kamaru though, I'm hearing that his next fight will be against Nate Diaz.
Who?
Usman.
His next fight is Colby Covington.
No, I know, but
after that,
yeah, they're saying there's a chance for that. For
no,
Usman
these guys are all
Diaz.
about
But Diaz, man. I don't know if he wants that fight, man. Usman's a monster.
Why does he want that fight? It's a title
He
shot.
might die.
No. Diaz obviously, like, one thing that was very understated going into that fight, Diaz versus Leon, was the size difference. Nobody really talked about that, and I didn't realize the size difference until they did the face-off. I was like, wait a second, I completely forgot. These guys at 170 are at least 6 foot or 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
And when you have that height, you are much heavier on showing on fight night.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, whenever he fought at 170, he was facing these guys that usually fight at 155. Right? He faced Conor McGregor at 170, right? Conor McGregor is not that big of a guy. Leon Edwards, on the other hand, that guy is massive.
Yeah.
And like he imposed his will throughout that fight for the majority until the fifth round or whatever it was. Kamaru Usman will have that same type of advantage where he's going to ragdoll Nate Diaz. Yep. No, Nate Diaz obviously has the jiu-jitsu advantage, but that matchup would probably most likely favor Kamaru Usman.
Heavy favor. But okay.
I'm not a betting man, but
I mean, bro, you bet sometimes.
if you want to make a little bit of money, you bet on Kamaru Usman.
Okay.